Hey there, YouTubers. First off, I'm soaking wet. It's raining here in southern Ohio. It feels like I'm in a sauna right now. Got caught in rain there a little bit ago, but recently I did some work on the Suburban, but my throttle cable started fraying, and this is on a 99 GMC Suburban. And I noticed, I looked to see if there was any videos of how these are swapped out, a new one put on. You can't even hardly find the cable for these, an accelerated cable. Oh, shit, man, stop it. Take two. Hey, everybody out there. First off, I'm soaking wet. Got caught in the rain out there. I'm in southern Ohio. It's about 98,000 degrees out. Humidity's 195,000%. Dew point's 3,000%. Anyways, my cable, accelerated cable, is fraying on my 99 Suburban. Now, it's far from stock, but I have a similar setup as like the stock would be. Actually, it's got the stock throttle cable on it. First off, I could not find a cable for this. Could not find one anywhere. I think you can get through GM, go through GM, and I think you can get the factory one, but take like a week for it to deliver, I think, and I needed this overnight. So anyways, Pioneer, I think, has one. Says it'll fit this, but I looked it over and it doesn't look like it'll fit it. I mean, I could probably rig it to do it, but the ones that will fit, 2000, 2001, GMC Chevy trucks from 2001 to like 06. All the 4.3 liter V6 trucks of those years have a spider injection. Pretty much the same setup as 96 to 99 GMC Chevy trucks and SUVs with multi-port fuel injection. The Vortec motors. But so I went ahead and ordered one because it looked like it was the same cable. So this is it. The number, you can see here, now I'm kind of partially paralyzed on the left side here, so bear with me. You can see that number. Number is 1525-1906. That is the number. I ordered mine. You can get it through Summit. Summit has it. Jake probably gets it, but I went down to O'Reilly's and they was able to get it overnight. And this is it. Pretty much the on the accelerator end, or the pedal part, pretty much the same. And on the throttle body part, pretty much the same. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on. Now bear with me, this is my first time using GoPro, so I've been using an iPhone. So bear with me, my camera skills aren't the greatest, so there's going to be some blunders. So anyway, here's my engine. That's a 383 stroker. Let's see, 383 stroker. But you can see there it's frayed right here, but I pretty much have it set up like the factory. Well, kinda. But I end up having to shorten it up, and when I shorten it up, the cable's old and it started fraying. So we're gonna get this off there. Go over here. I got some fans on in here underneath this thing, but get up in there. I'll get some lighting in here and try to show you how to do this. Again, I'm partially paralyzed, so bear with me. So let's see here. First off, let's get this one off. Alright, now let's get this air cleaner off here. And I got my this out of the way. That's one of my sensors there for my fuel injection. I guess 10 millimeter. Let's see, yeah, 10 millimeter on that. I guess. I got 8 millimeter on that. Get my cripple butt up here. First off, let's that off there. I've been in and out of this engine so much here the past week. Man. In this heat, you gotta love it. Now you can see I'm sweating like a horse. Man, now you're gonna be watching me do some of this, and you're gonna be like, not that dude uses his fan hand very much. Well, that's because it's kind of crippled up due to a car accident years ago. And you may see me dribble up things too. My goodness, I'm sweating. I need one of those great big ass fans in this garage. Oh yeah, big ass fan company. Hook me up. If anybody watches this video, I only got a few subscribers, but that may eventually happen. Alright, let's get this off there. Right there. Let's get this. I should have did that first. Oh well. Yeah, I should have took that. I can always do that down here. Alright. Now these, you don't know, and this goes for the factory style too. Just take a pair of needle nose, squeeze them two little tabs together, push it through. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it goes easy. Alright, come on, dude. Come on. Take my glasses off. They're getting full of sweat anyways. Gosh, it's hot. The engine's been running a little bit too, so it's a little warmer in there. I swear I sweat more than I drink. Come on, dude. I've had this off several times. It's going to be stubborn now. There we go. Alright. Hope that comes through. I'm probably going to have to. There we go. Alright, as you can see, got these two little tabs. Just squeeze them together, push them through. Now, probably not going to be able to see me, but put this through. Now, I had to go on the inside. As you can see, it's just like on anybody else's. Same way right there. There's going to be 2 tabs on the inside. That should pull one way or the other. I'm assuming this way. So, alright. Give me a second. Alright, now we're back under here. I'm going to show you. Well, I've never taken one of these off down here, so let's just see what's going on here. Alright. Now, again, bear with me. If you guys can see this. Up here, you can see the throttle up there. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in here and actually show you guys how to get this out of there. Let me see if I can get my hand on this flashlight. As you can see back in there, it's kind of the same ordeal. It's got 2 little tabs. You squeeze them together and that should push right through. So I'm going to use my needle nose, get up in there, but first I'm going to do it the easy way right here on this. If you see that yellow thing, that yellow tab, that shoves up through the top of the pedal. I'll show you afterwards. But I'm going to cut that. I'm just going to cut the cable, make it a little bit easier instead of trying to shove it all through that top of that pedal right there. There's like a little groove in the top of there. So I'll try to do it. See if I can get some video of it. Bear with me. Alright, I'm back again. I want to show you something here. All I did with this, see that little tab? Again, excuse my camerology here. I just took my fingers. I don't know if you can see that. I just took my fingers, squeeze them together, and pushed it through. Then you see the little, I hope you guys can see this. You see the little groove right there. It just pops right on through. Now I'm going to do the same thing back there in the back, and that's not going to be, looks like it's not going to be as easy, but I'm going to take my needle nose, get back in there and push that through. Okay, I just got her out. Let me get down here, grab my flashlight again, and show you what happened here. Kind of had to get a little bit forceful with it. As you can see, I got it through. You see those 2 little tabs. I ended up having to, I just took a big pair of needle nose and I ended up just forcefully shoving it through. So I'll show you the outside part. And there you go. Now you see that. Don't mind my wire ties. I have not done with this build quite yet. Got some wire ties holding up some wiring, but well, now it's still gonna be stubborn. Okay, there we go. I got going on now. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at these cables. Take a look at these cables. Let's see how close they look. Alright. Now, here is a new cable. Now, I'll try to straighten this out for you. Hang on a second here. here, that little hole, and I'm going to have to spin it the way the curvature is already going here. Alright, I've got things in the way where I'm, let's see, I believe it should just snap right in there. Oh man. And I already messed up. Let's see, can I pull that back out? Yep, she's in there. I gotta take this off. There we go. We want that underneath. There we go. Yeah. And the power brake booster is right there. Back on. Okay. It's in there. Now, let's go inside. Get inside here. Let's see how this is going to work. I hope this is going to be simple. We'll soon see. Yep, it's in there. See, both those tabs are in. Let's see, let's pull this little burger right here up through. Well, you know what? That was actually kind of too easy. That was too easy. I have a feeling I'm going to have to, yeah, I'm going to have to do some work on that, unless there's going to be some good tension on that, because I have a feeling that's going to come out of there. And I need to make sure that's pushed all the way through. Yeah, both those tabs. Yeah, both tabs are there and there. Yeah, that was too easy. I'm gonna have to, may have to get me a gas pedal off of a 2001, 3, 4, 5, 6 Silverado. I'll have to go to the junkyard or somewhere and take a look at them. All right, let's get back out here. Get back out here. Do this end of it, because that just seemed to be way too easy. That seemed way too easy. Let's get this on. Alright, now. Let's see, that seemed to be a little bit too easy. Alright, push this through. And that should just snap in. Let's see, I'll make sure I'm putting it out. Otherwise I can take it back out. There's the tabs. You want those two tabs that way. That way, at least you got to pull it back out. A little bit simpler. Let's see. See, right now, I'm going to have to do some trimming. Let's see what we'll do it this way. Way I want to do. Nope, I'll have to do a little bit of trimming on those pieces right there. Yep. Yep. Well, let's see here. Yeah, this might be trimmed up a little bit. Yeah, I see right now. These pieces right here, that right there, they're a little bit too thick. I'm just going to trim these up a little bit right here. On a file or something on them, or a little grinder. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I had to change my shirt and take a shower. I was sitting and eat some dinner. I was getting pretty pretty soaking wet out here and sweat, and then it was so humid earlier, but finally the rain quit, so we get back at it. Where I left off was putting the throttle cable part back on the throttle body, but I had to do some trimming. I'm still doing some trimming now, so I'll show you what I'm doing. And again, forgive me for my my camera skills here. I'll get better with time. But I'm just taking a razor blade and kind of trimming some of this back. These little tabs, just kind of trimming a little bit. I don't know how well you can see this. Just kind of trimming some of it back, so that it slides through that little slot on my bracket. And I tell you what, I need to have some much better lighting in there. I can't see very well. There. Like this right here. I don't know how well you can see it, but just kind of trimming a little bit of this back. Trying not to cut my finger off. And let's see what this does. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I don't want to trim much more off that. I want it to be nice and snug. Get over here, get a little more. Okay, let's see. Let me hold this here. I might just get it to go in there. Tell you what, that little gasket may end up going here in a second. Alright, you see what I'm dealing with. Let me trim a little bit more of that back, get rid of that gasket, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, now this is what I had to do to get it to work. That gasket, I took that gasket out of there. It doesn't really need to be a gasket in there. It's kind of getting in the way. These little tabs, now just like on the factory setup, it has to go in that little slot, and these little tabs open up, and that's what holds it in there. Same thing with my setup, the aftermarket little throttle bracket tree I got here. Them little tabs, when I go to shove it through, the tabs squeeze in, but the thickness of the bracket is a little bit too thick for these tabs to come back out to lock it in place. So I just took a razor blade, just trimmed the back a little bit. As you can see, I just kind of trimmed back this way. I had to trim some of this off right here, as you can see, if you can see. I don't know how well you can see it, but and the same thing on the other side, the other tab. Just had to trim some back, and it slides right in there. Let me turn the camera over here so you can take a look at what I'm talking about. Alright. You see what I'm talking about, the tabs here. When I go to slide in here, they won't, it's a little bit too thick for them to open back up to lock in. So now I've got them trimmed back enough to where it should Go in and lock. One of them's locked. This one on this side isn't. And there you have it. It's locked in. Well, let's see. Should be. Yep, this one right here. So you can see right here. You can see in there. I just need to trim a little bit more of it back. The other side's locking in. So let me trim. I'll tell you what, I'll trim it right where it is. And if I can do this holding the camera. There. I'll see what goes in. Well, I'm going to have to put some force on it. Give me a second. Okay, well, got her finished up. I'll show you here. Got it all trimmed up. Got everything in there. Got the linkage. I got it about where I need it. It goes to the floor. Plenty of throttle. Cable underneath here. I want to show you about the way it hooked up. Let me get a flashlight again. Alright. What I ended up doing, I took a zip tie. Just put a little zip tie. Zip tied it up around. The zip tie goes up around the back of the cable. And shouldn't go anywhere. If it does, I've got extra zip ties in there, so yeah, it'll work for now. So there it is. Actually, I just did a tune on this. I had a guy by the name of Boosted Solutions out of Pennsylvania. Did a tune on her yesterday. The day before yesterday. Actually, I got back. It was yesterday. We did a tune on it. I got her tuned in. It's got a brand new transmission in it. Cyclone transmissions. It's a 4L60E, but it is a built 4L60E. I know a lot of guys say, you can't build a 4L60E to hold the horsepower. Well, he can. So that's all brand new underneath there. I'm going to put a little video out here before too long of just a video of everything that we've done recently to this. But now it's time to go out and take it for a ride. Thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe, like, the whole shebang. See you the next time.